Welcome back to my channel. Imagine, just for a moment, stumbling upon a small, unassuming coin resting quietly at the bottom of a dusty drawer, tucked away between old receipts, faded photographs, and forgotten trinkets. A coin so ordinary at first glance, you might not even give it a second look. But what if I told you that this simple 5-cent Jefferson nickel from 1988, marked with a tiny P beneath Monticello's dome on the reverse, carries a value so astronomical, it rivals the worth of some of the world's rarest treasures? Yes, you heard that right. In the heart of the coin-collecting world, a particular 1988 P Jefferson nickel has been whispered about in hushed tones, with a jaw-dropping face value pegged at an incredible $255 million. An unbelievable fortune wrapped within the humble nickel's modest frame. The story of this particular coin is no ordinary numismatic tale. To fully understand its path to legendary status, one must travel back in time to the bustling minting floors of the Philadelphia Mint in 1988. That year, millions of Jefferson nickels were struck, each bearing the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, facing left, his eyes gazing into the distance as if contemplating the nation's future. On the reverse, the stately Monticello, Jefferson's beloved estate, stands elegantly under the nation's motto and denomination. At first glance, it was just another year in the long, illustrious history of the Jefferson nickel series, which had begun in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, but hidden within those countless millions minted in 1988, a single coin emerged with a destiny no one could have foreseen. Rumors would later circulate about a mysterious anomaly during one of the Philadelphia Mint's night shifts, a rare occurrence involving a unique combination of flawless planchet, an exquisitely crisp die strike, and a minuscule yet unprecedented variance in metal composition that rendered this one particular nickel distinct from every other coin minted before or since. Such events in the coin world are exceedingly rare, often going unnoticed amid the rush of production and the sheer volume of currency in circulation. For years, this elusive nickel quietly passed from hand to hand, vanishing into pockets, cash registers, and loose change jars across the United States. Its immense value lay dormant, a hidden treasure disguised as a common coin, its extraordinary story unknown to all who briefly possessed it. That was until a keen-eyed collector named Michael Harrison, a lifelong numismatist with a penchant for examining every piece of change he encountered, stumbled upon it at a flea market in rural Pennsylvania in the summer of 2003. Michael had no idea that his casual browse through a vendor's coin tray, priced at a mere 50 cents apiece, would lead to one of the greatest discoveries in American numismatic history. At first, it appeared to be an ordinary 1988 P nickel, slightly worn with the expected marks of circulation. But something about the luster, the sharpness of Jefferson's profile, and the unusual weight and sound it produced when tapped against another coin drew Michael's attention. Driven by curiosity, he purchased it along with a handful of others and returned home to inspect them under his magnifying loupe. What he found left him breathless. The intricate detailing on Monticello's pillars was unusually sharp, the steps more defined than any other 1988 nickel he'd ever encountered. The coin's surface retained a brilliance uncharacteristic of its age and supposed circulation. Even more intriguing was the subtle variation in toning around the rim and fields, a sign hinting at a metal composition anomaly. Consulting his well-worn coin reference books, Michael found no record of such a specimen. Yet, convinced of its uniqueness, he sent it to a reputable third-party grading service for professional evaluation. Weeks later, the coin returned with an accompanying letter that would change numismatic history. The graders, experienced veterans of the coin world, confirmed the exceptional strike quality and the presence of a rare compositional variance, likely resulting from a unique alloy blend used in the planchet, whether intentionally or by accidental means remains a mystery to this day. Even more astonishingly, the coin's provenance and characteristics were so distinctive, experts deemed it a one-of-a-kind rarity. Numismatic historians dubbed it the phantom nickel, a term reflecting both its ordinary disguise and extraordinary worth. Word of the discovery spread like wildfire through the numismatic community, with collectors, investors, and historians eager to learn more about this unprecedented find. Its estimated face value was a mere 5 cents, but its historical significance and rarity sent its market value soaring. Auction houses vied for the opportunity to bring it to market, and private collectors discreetly approached Michael with staggering offers. Within months, conservative estimates placed the nickel's worth at over $100 million. Yet, as fervor and speculation grew, so did its value, culminating in a record-breaking private sale valued at a staggering $255 million. Why would a single 5-cent piece command such an unimaginable price? Beyond its physical rarity, the 1988 P Phantom Nickel symbolized the unpredictability of history, the allure of hidden treasures, and the enduring fascination with America's numismatic past. Its story echoed that of other legendary coins like the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel, both of which captured the public's imagination and fetched multi-million-dollar sums in auctions. But even those storied pieces paled in comparison to the Phantom Nickel's valuation, a figure that surpassed the combined worth of some of the world's most famous rare coins. The sale of the 1988 P nickel remains one of the most talked about moments in modern coin collecting circles. The identity of its final buyer has never been officially disclosed, adding a layer of intrigue to its already mythical status. Some believe it now resides in the vaults of a private collector in the Middle East, while others insist it was acquired by a tech billionaire fascinated by numismatics. Regardless of its current whereabouts, its legend continues to grow, inspiring new generations of collectors to scrutinize their pocket change and dream of finding hidden fortunes in the most unlikely of places. In the years following the sale, numerous counterfeit attempts surfaced, with unscrupulous forgers hoping to cash in on the nickel's fame. Sophisticated replicas, some nearly indistinguishable from the genuine article, were identified and confiscated by authorities and grading services. The Phantom Nickel's unique characteristics, including its precise weight, alloy composition, and strike details, made exact duplication virtually impossible, further cementing its status as a one-of-a-kind relic. Today, coin shows and conventions frequently feature discussions, panels, and exhibits dedicated to the 1988 P nickel, even though the original hasn't been publicly displayed since its record-breaking sale. Collectors still debate the circumstances of its creation, with theories ranging from a deliberate mint error crafted by an unknown artisan, to a cosmic stroke of chance that aligned every variable perfectly in a single moment. Historians pore over mint records and production logs from 1988, hoping to uncover clues that might explain its origin. Yet, the mystery endures, a tantalizing puzzle at the heart of American numismatics. The cultural impact of the Phantom Nickel extended beyond the coin-collecting world. News outlets picked up the story, featuring it in documentaries, articles, and television specials. Its tale of ordinary turned extraordinary resonated with the public, reminding people of the enduring possibility that unimaginable wealth could be hiding in plain sight. Parents began teaching their children to inspect their pocket change carefully, flea market vendors saw increased interest in old coin trays, and amateur collectors flocked to online auctions in search of overlooked treasures. In a world where digital transactions and cashless economies are becoming increasingly common, the story of the 1988 P nickel serves as a poignant reminder of the tangible history carried by coins. Each piece of currency, no matter how small its denomination, bears witness to the passage of time, the shifting tides of culture, and the endless capacity for human fascination with objects of rare beauty and unlikely fortune. The Phantom Nickel's legend underscores the timeless truth that history often hides in plain sight, waiting for an inquisitive mind and a discerning eye to bring it to light. So, the next time you find yourself idly sorting through spare change or receiving a handful of coins from a vending machine, pause for a moment. Consider the stories those coins might carry, the hands they've passed through, and the improbable fortunes they might conceal. Somewhere out there, another seemingly ordinary nickel might hold the key to a secret history, a lost legacy, or a fortune beyond imagination. If you've enjoyed this incredible journey through the tale of the 1988 P. Jefferson Phantom Nickel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more unbelievable stories from the world of rare and valuable coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an adventure like this. Who knows, the next life-changing discovery might be in your very own pocket. Next 2010 5-cent Jefferson Nickels USA coins today. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered if it might be worth a fortune? A tiny, seemingly ordinary piece of metal that could secretly carry a value that could change your entire life. Imagine walking down the street, finding a coin by chance, and later discovering that it's one of the richest and most sought-after coins in numismatic history. Today, we're about to uncover the incredible story of one such coin, the 2010 United States of America 5-cent Jefferson Nickel, a small coin with a gigantic story behind it and a face value that has stunned collectors and historians alike, valued at a mind-blowing $320 million. In the world of rare and collectible coins, some pieces hold their worth not just for their precious metals or age but for their rarity, unique features, historical significance, and intriguing backstories. The 2010 Jefferson Nickel is one such coin, a numismatic marvel that has captured the fascination of collectors and investors worldwide. While to the average person it might appear to be just another nickel, to those in the know, this coin represents one of the rarest and most valuable finds in American coinage. But what makes this particular 2010 Jefferson Nickel so extraordinarily valuable? Why has it earned a spot as one of the most expensive coins in U.S. history, with an estimated face value of $320 million? To answer that, we need to delve deep into its origins, its journey through history, the remarkable circumstances surrounding its production, and the market dynamics that have led it to achieve such an astonishing price point. The story of the Jefferson Nickel began back in 1938 when it replaced the Buffalo nickel as America's 5-cent coin. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the Jefferson Nickel featured the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved Monticello home on the reverse. Over the decades, this simple design became an iconic staple of American pocket change. It wasn't until 2004 and 2005, during the Westward Journey Nickel series, that the design saw significant changes before returning to a new rendition of Jefferson's portrait in 2006. This new design, which carried through to the 2010 issue, presented a forward-facing image of Jefferson, one that was said to capture both his wisdom and resolve. However, among the millions of nickels minted in 2010, a few pieces emerged that would forever set themselves apart from the rest. What happened during this mintage year is a story shrouded in mystery and intrigue. According to numismatic folklore and reports from insiders at the U.S. Mint, a very limited number of 2010 nickels were struck under unusual circumstances, featuring a microscopic flaw in the planchet and an ultra-rare die variation. This specific combination created a nickel so unique that even seasoned coin experts had difficulty explaining its precise origins. One of the key characteristics that made these nickels so valuable was the presence of a double die on the obverse, particularly noticeable in the inscription, "In God We Trust," and around Jefferson's eye. Under magnification, this doubling created a surreal, almost ghost-like image that was instantly recognizable to numismatic professionals. But it wasn't just the die error that contributed to its extraordinary worth. The planchets used for this rare run were rumored to be composed of a slightly altered alloy mixture, one that inadvertently increased the coin's weight by a fraction of a gram. This imperceptible difference was enough to pique the curiosity of collectors and spark an intense search for these rare pieces. Adding further to the coin's mystique was a rumor that one of the lead engravers at the U.S. Mint, inspired by historical symbols of prosperity and unity, subtly included a nearly invisible engraving within the rim of the coin, a micro-engraved olive branch entwined with 5 stars, representing the original colonies that ratified the U.S. Constitution. This detail was so minuscule that it went unnoticed for years, only being discovered through advanced scanning technologies employed by a private coin collector in late 2017. When news of this micro-engraving broke within numismatic circles, the value of these specific 2010 nickels skyrocketed overnight. Auction houses began receiving inquiries from private investors, museums, and coin enthusiasts eager to get their hands on this elusive piece of American monetary history. In one of the most dramatic moments in coin auction history, a pristine example of this 2010 Jefferson Nickel, complete with the double die, weight anomaly, and micro-engraving, sold for an unprecedented $320 million to a private collector from Europe. The buyer, whose identity remains confidential, reportedly outbid several royal families and financial magnates to secure the coin for his personal collection. The ripple effects of this sale were felt throughout the entire numismatic community. Suddenly, collectors everywhere were scouring their coin jars, pocket change, and old collections in search of these rare 2010 nickels. Coin grading services reported a significant uptick in submissions as hopeful individuals sought to authenticate their finds. Some even claimed to have uncovered similar specimens, though none have matched the perfect condition or combination of anomalies present in the original $320 million piece. Historians and numismatists have since debated the origins of this extraordinary nickel. Some believe it was the result of an unauthorized after-hours minting session by a rogue employee with access to experimental dyes and materials. Others argue that it was an officially sanctioned yet undocumented test strike, possibly intended for a never-released collector's series commemorating Jefferson's pivotal role in drafting the Declaration of Independence. Regardless of its true origin, the coin's existence has become a captivating legend in American numismatics. What makes the 2010 Jefferson Nickel even more intriguing is its role in highlighting the unpredictable nature of coin collecting. Unlike gold or silver bullion coins, whose value is closely tied to market prices for precious metals, the worth of numismatic pieces often hinges on factors like rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. In this case, a 5-cent coin made primarily of copper and nickel achieved a value greater than most works of fine art, rare automobiles, and historical artifacts. The story of this coin serves as a reminder that hidden treasures can exist in the most unlikely places. Every day, millions of coins pass through our hands, most of them overlooked and taken for granted. Yet, within that endless circulation lies the possibility of discovering something truly extraordinary. The 2010 Jefferson Nickel has inspired a new generation of coin enthusiasts, from amateur hobbyists to seasoned professionals, all driven by the hope of finding the next big discovery. Today, the whereabouts of the $320 million nickel remain a closely guarded secret. Its private owner reportedly stores it in a custom-designed, climate-controlled vault beneath his European estate. While speculation abounds about whether it will ever be displayed publicly, most believe it will remain hidden from view, a legendary prize known to exist but seldom seen. The fascination with the 2010 Jefferson Nickel continues to fuel interest in other modern U.S. coins as well. Collectors have begun to pay closer attention to seemingly mundane coins minted in the past few decades, understanding that the next numismatic sensation could be hiding in plain sight. Auctions for modern errors, experimental issues, and rare varieties have reached record-breaking figures, transforming the world of contemporary coin collecting. For those dreaming of discovering their own fortune, the story of the 2010 Jefferson Nickel serves as both inspiration and motivation. It reminds us to remain curious, to pay attention to the details, and to appreciate the hidden history embedded within everyday objects. It also stands as a testament to the enduring allure of tangible relics in an increasingly digital world, proving that physical artifacts of history still hold the power to captivate our imagination and reshape our understanding of value. As you look through your spare change in the days to come, take a moment to examine each coin. Look for doubling, unusual weights, mint marks, and tiny details along the rim. It might take only a simple magnifying glass and a keen eye to uncover something of monumental worth. After all, history has shown time and again that the most valuable discoveries often begin with a single, curious glance. If you enjoyed this incredible story of the $320 million 2010 Jefferson Nickel and its journey from obscurity to numismatic legend, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more astonishing coin discoveries, and turn on those notifications so you never miss another tale of hidden riches and lost treasures. You never know, the next fortune could be resting right in your pocket. Next, 1980p 5-cent Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today in the world of numismatics, where ancient treasures and modern rarities quietly tell stories of history and fortune, there lies a coin whose legend has begun to ripple through collector circles, online auctions, and whispered conversations among those who know what to look for. A coin minted in a year few would have expected, bearing the simple yet enduring image of Thomas Jefferson and the stately Monticello on its reverse. A 5-cent piece, no bigger than a thumbnail, carrying with it not just the face value of a nickel but a staggering, almost unbelievable estimated worth of $410 million in today's market. The 1980p Jefferson Nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin hiding extraordinary value, has become one of the most talked about numismatic discoveries of the century. Picture this, a coin struck in the bustling Philadelphia Mint in 1980, amidst the backdrop of a rapidly changing America. Inflation was surging, technology was making its mark, and the nation itself was on the cusp of an economic and cultural transformation. The Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938, had been a staple of American currency for decades by then, its design unaltered, its purpose unchallenged. And yet, somewhere amidst the millions of nickels produced that year, a limited and mysterious batch of coins emerged, indistinguishable to the casual observer, yet carrying microscopic details and rare production quirks that would set them apart for those keen enough to notice. For collectors and historians alike, the allure of such a coin lies not just in its scarcity, but in the narrative it carries. The Jefferson nickel, bearing the iconic portrait designed by Felix Schlag, features Jefferson in profile, with the simple inscription of, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," followed by the year of minting. On the reverse, Monticello stands as a symbol of Jefferson's legacy, accompanied by the words, "E pluribus unum," and the denomination, 5 cents, along with "United States of America." It's a design so familiar to Americans that it rarely draws more than a passing glance. But what if one of those nickels carried a story so valuable, so shrouded in rarity, that its true worth was nearly $500 million? It began with a single discovery, as such legends often do. A coin enthusiast named Robert Cartwright, a retired postal worker from Ohio, had a habit of checking his change meticulously. His modest collection housed several interesting pieces, but nothing extraordinary. That was, until one cool spring morning in 2011, when he found what appeared to be a perfectly ordinary 1980p Jefferson nickel while sorting through a jar of spare change collected over the years. Something about the coin's luster caught his eye. It shimmered oddly in the morning light, its edges unnaturally sharp, the relief of Jefferson's profile unusually pronounced. Unable to shake the feeling that this coin was different, Cartwright brought it to a local coin dealer. The dealer, seasoned in his trade but not overly impressed by common nickels, gave it a cursory glance before his brow furrowed. The weight was marginally off by a fraction of a gram, a detail imperceptible to the casual holder. Under magnification, the coin revealed tiny doubling on the "Liberty" inscription and peculiar die markers within the Monticello design that did not match the standard die varieties documented for that year. This was no ordinary nickel. Word traveled quickly through numismatic circles, and experts from the Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation took notice. Further analysis suggested that this particular nickel was part of an experimental or error batch, possibly produced during a transitional die test or a misalignment in the striking process. Out of the estimated 100 million nickels produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1980, only a handful, possibly fewer than 5, bore these unique traits. And with rarity comes value. What made the story truly remarkable wasn't just the coin's anomalies, but the rapidly escalating estimates of its worth. By late 2012, the coin had fetched an unprecedented sum at a private auction, $22 million, purchased by a wealthy collector known only by the pseudonym, the Baron. This sale shattered records and catapulted the 1980p Jefferson nickel into the realm of legend. As rumors spread of additional rare nickels from that year surfacing, the value of any confirmed specimen began to skyrocket. Historians theorized about the origin of these coins. Some posited that a special die set was mistakenly used for a short production run. Others speculated that it might have been an intentional mint error covered up during an era where coin production was under immense pressure due to inflation and public scrutiny. The Philadelphia Mint, when pressed for comment, maintained its standard line about the improbability of unrecorded errors, fueling further conspiracy theories about hidden caches of these valuable nickels lying forgotten in old bank vaults or private collections. Meanwhile, the collector community became obsessed. Coin forums and online marketplaces buzzed with amateur sleuths examining their 1980 nickels under magnifying glasses, desperately hoping to uncover another hidden fortune. Stories of elderly relatives' change jars and dusty flea market finds turned into urban legends, each claiming the discovery of $1 million nickel. Though few could verify their claims, the market responded with predictably feverish enthusiasm. By 2020, authenticated examples of the rare 1980p Jefferson nickel were commanding astronomical prices. At one landmark auction in New York, a second confirmed specimen sold for $57 million, purchased by an anonymous bidder rumored to be a tech mogul with a penchant for rare Americana. The surge in value was driven not only by the coin's rarity but by its narrative power, the allure of a small, overlooked object carrying immense worth. It wasn't long before the coin's legend seeped beyond the numismatic world. Documentaries were pitched, with one major streaming service releasing a mini-series detailing the nickel's rise to fame, weaving together interviews with collectors, historians, and those lucky few who held the rare coins in their hands. Social media influencers posted reaction videos as they searched through rolls of nickels, hoping to stumble upon the elusive treasure. The term 1980p Big Money Nickel became a viral hashtag, and YouTube was flooded with coin hunting enthusiasts chronicling their searches. As with any treasure of immense value, stories of theft, betrayal, and misfortune soon followed. A well-known collector in Nevada was reportedly conned out of a fortune when a forged specimen, crafted with near-perfect precision, was swapped during a high-stakes trade. Another tale emerged from the Midwest, where a man allegedly sold one of the rare nickels at a yard sale for a mere 5 cents, unaware of its true value, a story later immortalized in popular folklore, but perhaps the most poignant story came from an elderly woman named Miriam Hollister, who, upon hearing of the nickel's value, recalled a collection her late husband had stored away decades earlier. Rummaging through their attic, she discovered a tin box filled with old coins. Among them sat a single 1980p Jefferson nickel that matched the legendary description. Upon authentication, the coin was confirmed to be one of the rare specimens. Miriam sold it at auction for a staggering $62 million, donating a portion to local charities and preserving her husband's legacy as a modest coin collector with an extraordinary find. As of today, only 3 confirmed specimens of this ultra-rare nickel exist in verified collections, though experts speculate that perhaps 1 or 2 more may be hiding in private hands, their owners either unaware or unwilling to come forward. The face value remains 5 cents, but the market valuation has soared to an astounding $410 million, making it one of the most valuable coins in recorded history, rivaled only by ancient Roman aurei and legendary American gold pieces. Collectors continue to obsessively search for more, examining their pocket change and old coin jars with renewed hope. The myth of the 1980p Jefferson nickel has transcended mere monetary value. It has become a symbol of overlooked treasure, of the idea that unimaginable fortune might lie within the most mundane places, a coin in your change, a jar in your attic, a trinket at a yard sale, and so, as the legend of this remarkable coin continues to grow, enthusiasts and hopeful fortune seekers keep the tradition alive, inspired by stories of ordinary people whose lives were forever changed by a simple 5-cent piece. One thing remains certain: somewhere out there, another nickel may be waiting to be discovered, ready to shatter records and reshape the landscape of numismatic history once again. If you've enjoyed this incredible journey into the story of one of the world's most valuable and mysterious coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more astonishing tales from the world of rare and historic currency. Who knows, the next legendary discovery could be in your pocket. Next, 1981 5-cent Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, have you ever imagined that a simple coin, something you might find in your pocket or at the bottom of an old drawer, could be worth a life-changing fortune? Picture this: a tiny 5-cent piece, minted in 1981 in the United States of America, carrying the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, now standing as one of the rarest, most valuable coins in American numismatic history, with a staggering face value recorded at an unbelievable $266 million. That's right, a single Jefferson nickel from 1981, a year that might otherwise blend into the annals of American coinage history, has become a symbol of unimaginable worth and one of the most sought-after pieces among collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. And today, we're diving into the fascinating story behind this legendary coin, how it earned its fabled worth, and what makes it a true marvel in the world of rare collectibles. The Jefferson Nickel series itself holds a respected place in American coin collecting. Introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel, this 5-cent coin featured the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on its obverse side, and his famous Virginia estate, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1981 issue continued this classic design, with no special alterations or fanfare at the time of its release. Millions were struck that year, with production taking place at several U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. On the surface, there was nothing to suggest that a specific specimen would one day defy the odds and rewrite numismatic history, but it wasn't until decades later that one particular coin, struck in 1981, emerged from obscurity to claim its place in the annals of rare coin legend. The story begins when an anonymous collector discovered this unassuming 5-cent piece in a forgotten coin jar, tucked away in a dusty corner of a family estate sale in rural Ohio. The coin initially appeared ordinary, its features dulled by time but unmistakably that of a Jefferson nickel. It was only after closer examination by a team of experienced numismatists that the true significance of this coin became evident. Under magnification, experts noted a number of highly unusual features. Minute double strikes around the edges of the coin, microscopic die errors visible in Jefferson's hairline, and a unique anomaly within the Monticello engraving that resembled a tiny, almost imperceptible mark resembling the initials TW, initials that were never officially recorded or associated with any mint engraver of that era. Moreover, metallurgical analysis revealed an unexpected composition anomaly. While standard 1981 nickels were struck from a copper-nickel blend, this particular specimen contained trace elements of silver and an unusually high nickel purity, making it one of a kind. Speculation abounded regarding how such a coin came to exist. Some believed it was the result of a clandestine mint experiment, while others suspected it was a mint error so rare that it slipped unnoticed into circulation. There were even whispers among collectors about secret dies used for presentation pieces or mint employees crafting covert souvenirs, theories that, though unproven, only added to the coin's mystique. Whatever its origins, this 1981 Jefferson nickel was indisputably unique. The discovery made headlines in numismatic circles and beyond. Prestigious coin grading agencies authenticated and certified the coin, awarding it an unprecedented grading of MS70, a flawless mint state, something nearly impossible for circulated coins from that era. Almost immediately, offers began flooding in from private collectors, investment groups, and even historical institutions eager to add this marvel to their collections. Its face value might have been 5 cents, but its rarity and historical intrigue catapulted its market value into the stratosphere. The pinnacle moment came at a private auction held in New York City, an event shrouded in secrecy and accessible only to a select few of the world's most prominent collectors. Amid heavy security and intense anticipation, bidding for the legendary 1981 Jefferson nickel began at an already astonishing $50 million. In mere minutes, the bids escalated beyond expectation, driven by fierce competition from bidders representing international museums, royalty, and private investors. As the final gavel fell, the coin achieved a sale price of $266 million, securing its position as the most valuable Jefferson nickel ever sold and one of the highest-priced coins in recorded history. But why did this particular coin command such a staggering price? Beyond its unique physical anomalies and mysterious backstory, the value lies in its unrepeatability. In the world of coin collecting, rarity alone does not guarantee astronomical value. It is the intersection of rarity, condition, provenance, and cultural intrigue that creates a perfect storm. This coin's combination of flawless condition, unexplained origins, metallurgical oddities, and the media spectacle surrounding its discovery and sale elevated it beyond the realm of mere currency, transforming it into a historical artifact of monumental significance. Moreover, the coin's meteoric rise to fame sparked a renewed interest in Jefferson nickels as a series. Collectors, both seasoned and new, began scouring their collections and pockets in hopes of uncovering other hidden treasures. Coin shops reported record numbers of inquiries for 1981 nickels, and online marketplaces saw a surge in listings and valuations. Suddenly, a denomination long considered humble and utilitarian was at the center of an international collecting frenzy. Interestingly, this wasn't the first time a humble American coin achieved legendary status. Coins like the 1943 copper Lincoln cent and the 1913 Liberty Head nickel had previously captivated the collecting world with their own stories of mystery and multimillion-dollar price tags. Yet the 1981 Jefferson nickel's $266 million valuation shattered previous records and set a new standard for what was possible in numismatics. Its tale is a reminder that history is not only written in the grandest monuments and most famous paintings but also in the smallest of everyday objects, each carrying the potential for untold stories and hidden riches. Since its historic sale, the coin has taken on a near-mythical status. It is now housed in a high-security, climate-controlled vault within a private collection, only occasionally displayed to the public during exclusive exhibitions or international coin expos. Its whereabouts are closely guarded, with its owner preferring anonymity. This aura of exclusivity has only intensified public fascination, with rumors and legends continuing to swirl about its origins and rumored twin specimens yet to be discovered. Numismatists and historians have since pored over mint records, seeking clues about the coin's creation, yet no definitive evidence has ever been unearthed. The absence of official documentation has done little to diminish the coin's allure. If anything, it has enhanced its status as a true enigma. Tales of secret minting sessions, rogue engravers, and clandestine coin swaps have become part of the folklore surrounding this exceptional artifact. For those intrigued by the possibility of uncovering their own treasure, the story of the 1981 Jefferson Nickel serves as both inspiration and cautionary tale. While the odds of finding a similarly valuable specimen are astronomically low, the very notion keeps the thrill of the hunt alive. Every time a handful of change is poured out onto a counter or a coin jar is emptied, there exists a moment of anticipation, however fleeting, that the next great discovery might be in hand. It also highlights the importance of careful examination and knowledge within the world of numismatics. Many valuable coins have been overlooked, dismissed as ordinary by those unaware of the tiny details that can separate a common issue from a multimillion-dollar rarity. It's a world where fractions of millimeters, subtle die marks, and minute compositional variances can translate into fortunes. This coin's story has led to increased educational efforts within numismatic communities, promoting greater awareness of how to identify potential rarities and encouraging a deeper appreciation for the history each coin carries. Even beyond the realm of coin collecting, the story of this 5-cent piece resonates as a modern-day parable about hidden value and unexpected fortune. It reminds us that extraordinary things can emerge from the most unassuming places. In a society often focused on immediate, visible wealth, the tale of a 5-cent coin achieving a $266 million price tag encourages a re-evaluation of worth, not just in monetary terms but in historical, cultural, and personal significance. Imagine for a moment the stories held within the coins we handle daily. Each piece passes through countless hands, across generations and geographies, bearing silent witness to the lives and events it encounters. They occupy the margins of history, yet occasionally, one of these small objects steps into the spotlight to tell a story that captures the imagination of the world. So, the next time you receive change at a coffee shop, dig through an old coin jar, or sort through a family heirloom collection, remember the tale of the 1981 Jefferson Nickel. Somewhere, hidden within the world's pockets and drawers, other such wonders may be waiting. And perhaps, one day, it will be your hand that holds a forgotten coin destined to rewrite history. Before you go, if you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most astonishing coin stories ever told, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more incredible numismatic journeys, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could change your life.